videos when the person has a cold. So, yeah, I can definitely hear that my voice sounds different. So, as you guys know, I have been wanting to do reading you to sleep videos where I basically just read a book in Audible or Inaudible, and just do that. But I also recently started a pink book collection. So basically the coffee shop near me has books like everywhere, and they're all for $1. And I saw a couple really cute pink ones, and I love the color pink, and I got them just because I thought they were pretty and they were $1. And I was like, why don't I see how many pink books I can collect and just start a cute little like setup. So I have, I think, 7, and here they all are. This might be hard to show, but there they are. I have a couple hardback, some big ones, some small ones, paperback, and I decided before I do a reading you to sleep video, I want to go through, show you all the books, and read to you what they're about. And if you guys want, you can pick one that you want me to read. But this is kind of just another little version of like reading you to sleep. So make sure everything's good. So yeah, I am going to start with the smallest one and go to the biggest because that's just kind of how I have them right here. I need some water. I am really, really stuffed up today. Like, wow. So, this first one is called Holy Cow. Holy Cow, an Indian Adventure by Sarah McDonald. It says, in her 20s, journalist Sarah McDonald backpacked around India and came away with a lasting impression of heat, pollution, and poverty. So when an airport beggar read her palm and told her she would return to India and for love, she screamed never and gave the country and him the finger. But 11 years later, the prophecy comes true. When the love of Sarah's life is posted to India, she quits her dream job to move to the most polluted city on earth, New Delhi. Holy Cow is McDonald's often hilarious chronicles of her adventures in a land of chaos and contradiction, of encounters with Hinduism, Islam, and Jainism, Sufis, Sikhs, Parsis, and Christians, and a kaleidoscope of yogis, swamis, and Bollywood stars. From spiritual retreats and crumbling nirvanas to war zones and New Delhi nightclubs, it is a journey that only a woman on a mission to save her soul, her love life, and her sanity can survive. So I'm guessing that is Sarah in New Delhi or India, I don't know where. Yeah, so that looks pretty cool. I'm not going to talk too much because we got a lot of books. This next one is my most recent one. This is called Queen of Babel Gets Hitched by Meg Cabot. Okay. Things are looking up at last for Lizzie Nichols. She has a career she loves in the field of her choice, wedding gown restoration, and the love of her life, John Luke, has finally proposed. Life became a dizzying whirl of wedding gown fittings, not necessarily her own, as Lizzie prepares for her dream wedding at her fiancé's chateau in the south of France. But the dream soon becomes a nightmare when the best man, whom Lizzie might once have accidentally slept with, no really just slept, announced his total lack of support for the couple, a sentiment seconded by the maid of honor. Lizzie's Midwestern family can't understand why she doesn't want to have her wedding in the family backyard. I think I read that sentence wrong. Her future French in-laws are trying to lure the groom banking, and Lizzie finds herself wondering if her Prince Charming really is as charming as she once believed. Cool. So it kind of sounds like basically a wedding disaster book. That looks pretty cool. This next one is called Leap Day, a novel by Wendy Mass. What if you could step into everyone else's shoes for just one day? Soon to be 16, Josie Taylor was born on Leap Day, February 29th, and now it's her 4th birthday. Like every teenager, sometimes she wonders what other people are thinking. But in this unusual novel, you get to find out by leaping into the minds and viewpoints of Josie and everyone around her. Birthday festivities, school play auditions, her driver's test, a scavenger hunt, and the all-important Sweet 16 initiation at the lake. These are the things that define Josie Taylor today. But what define her tomorrow and in the days to come are the people who touch her life at every moment. Full of everyday imaginations and truths, Leap Day will surprise you in more ways than one. Cool, so it kind of seems like a very teenage, gossip book. It sounds like we get to hear what everyone thinks about her and about stuff at school and in life. This quote says, "This is eavesdropping at its finest." So I'm guessing this is some sort of style of writing where we hear what everyone's thinking, and yeah, very cool. This next one is a bigger one, and this is Molly Ivins, A Rebel Life by Bill Minutaglio and W. Michael Smith. So this every woman who has wanted to hurl the acquaintance who coos admiringly, "Honestly, I just don't know how you do it," out a window. Here's a novel to make you cringe with recognition and laugh out loud. With fierce, unsentimental irony, Alison Pearson's novel brilliantly dramatizes the dilemma of working motherhood at the start of the 21st century. Meet Kate Reddy, hedge fund manager and mother of two. She can juggle 9 different currencies in 5 different time zones and get herself and 2 children washed and dressed and out the house in half an hour. In Kate's life, everything goes perfectly as long as everything goes perfectly. She lies to her own mother about how much time she spends with her kids, practices pelvic floor squeezes in the boardroom, applies tips from toddler taming to soothe her irascible boss, uses her cell phone in the office bathroom to procure a hamster for her daughter's birthday. Any working mother who says she doesn't bribe her kids can add liar to her resume, and cries into the laundry hamper when she misses her children's bedtime. In a novel that is at once uproariously funny and achingly sad, Alison Pearson captures the guilty secret lives of working women, the self-reclamation, the comic deceptions, the giddy exhaustion, the despair, as no writer has. Kate Reddy's conflict. How are we meant to pass our days? How are we to reconcile the two passions, work and motherhood, that divide our lives? Gets at the private absurdities of working motherhood as only a novel could, with humor, drama, and bracing wisdom. I think this looks... Oh gosh, what is going on? Hold on. Okay, so this looks really interesting. Sorry, there's so much going on outside right now. It seems like it's just a book about a working mother and like how she juggles it all, which, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it could be really good or really bad. Like, it could, I don't know. But I think it might be interesting and maybe inspirational. I don't know. I'm excited to see, like, how they can make a whole book out of that. Yeah. And this one is special because this was the first one I got, and I think it is so pretty. Like, look how cool this cover is. So this is called Outlawed, a novel by Anna North. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a better angle for you guys. Oh my gosh. In the year of our Lord, 1894, I became an outlaw. The day of her wedding, 17-year-old Ada's life looks good. She loves her husband, and she loves working as an apprentice to her mother, a respected midwife. But after a year of marriage and no pregnancy, in a town where barren women are routinely hanged as witches, her survival depends on leaving behind everything she knows. She joins up with the notorious Hole-in-the-Wall gang, a band of outlaws led by a preacher turned robber known to all as the Kid. Charismatic, grandiose, and mercurial, the Kid is determined to create a safe haven for outcast women. But to make this dream a reality, the gang hatches a treacherous plan that may get them all killed, and Ada must decide whether she's willing to risk her life for the possibility of a new kind of future for them all. Featuring an irresistibly no-nonsense, courageous, and determined heroine, Outlawed dusts off the myth of the Old West and reunites the glimmering promise of the frontier with an entirely new set of feminist stakes. Anna North has crafted a pulse-racing, page-turning saga about the search for hope in the wake of death, and for truth in a climate of small-mindedness and fear. I think this looks